Jane is here with a healthy life made simple. I'm just trying to get more veggies in your life, make you healthy, feel good, feel vibrant at any age. Now today we're going to make beautiful caramel brownies. Now who doesn't love chocolate, who doesn't love caramel, and who doesn't love brownies? Now I do all kinds of cooking, from raw to cooked, from comfort to whole food, whatever you want. I just only do kind food. That means no animal products are ever used in my products. Now, Nature's Food Patch in Clearwater, Florida, has kindly sponsored all the food. We used to do these cooking shows at their actual cooking area, or the patch as they call it, but because of world events, we can't really do them in public right now. So we're bringing it to you from YouTube. So here we go. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 3 cups of walnuts. Now this is a more expensive, more decadent type of recipe. It isn't something you would eat all the time. And the first thing you want to do is put your lid on, right? And we're going to grind this down so it looks like this. Okay? Ground up, but not as fine as a powder. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our dates. I have soaked 1 cup of medjool dates in water for as long as I could, so I'd say they probably were in there 20 minutes. Make sure you pit them, and this is going to help bind the walnuts. So we're going to just put these in one at a time. If it tends to do this, we might add a little date water. Okay, so just move your stuff around, and actually it's pretty moist, so it's sticking together. I'm just going to move that there. Now we are going to add some cacao powder. Now you can do just the raw cacao. Raw cacao is not cooked like cocoa, so it retains all of its minerals and vitamins. But today we're going to superfood these brownies, and we're going to add some of Health Force Superfoods Cacao Alchemy. So we're going to do 1/3 a cup of each. Now remember, all the recipes will be at the bottom, and you can always just subscribe to my YouTube channel also. That would be really great while I'm thinking of it. The alchemy has a lot of adaptogens in it, like astrologist. You say astrologist, I say astragalus. It's astragalus. It's got ashwagandha in it, all kinds of medicinal mushrooms in it. It's a wonderful, wonderful superfood. It also makes great hot chocolate. So we're doing 1/3 a cup of each. Now you could just do 2/3 a cup of regular cacao. Then we're going to add this to this. I don't want to waste anything. So we're going to make sure we get that all in there. All right. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. This is really a simple recipe. I absolutely adore vanilla. And you're going to put a pinch of salt. It just brings out the sweetness, okay? Now, we're going to add a teaspoon of the date water just to make sure that everything sticks. So this is what it's supposed to look like. See how beautiful that is? Alright, so now we've got this all together. Make sure that you remove the S-blade from your food processor. This really needs to be done in a food processor. I would not do this in a high-speed blender. And now we're just going to put it in a pan. Now you could do a smaller pan if you would like these to be thicker. They're very, very rich. So if you do them in a smaller pan and you make them thicker, just remember you're going to cut your pieces a little smaller. Now we have this in the pan. We're going to just go ahead and put it in the fridge or the freezer. And while it's setting up, I'm only putting it in there because when it's cold like that and you put the caramel sauce on, it'll set up quicker. And the next thing we're going to do is make the raw caramel sauce. Alright, so now we're going to make the caramel sauce for these beautiful brownies. You will need a high-speed blender for this. I did soak my cashews for about 20 minutes, then drained and rinsed them. But with a blender like this, you don't necessarily have to do that. So we're going to add the cashews. We're going to add a cup of soaked dates, pitted and soaked. Dates are a great food. They're a high fiber sweetener. They're very, very good for you. They're so full of fiber and magnesium, and they're slow burning. This is a slow burning sugar. So we're going to get that in there. We're going to put a half a cup of the date water that we soaked our dates in. All right. We're going to do this, by the way, is one of my favorite recipes. I will make it thick for a frosting. I'll make it more watery for like over ice cream, to decorate a plate. You know, you can make this at any thickness, runniness, consistency that you want. All right, we're going to do a half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to do 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Salt just brings out that caramel flavor. And then we're going to do a heaping teaspoon of lucuma. Lucuma is a superfood that is very healthy for you. And you can find this at Nature's Food Patch also. But it also has a great caramely flavor. It is also high in protein. I just love it. We're going to do a whole heaping. We're doing a heaping teaspoon, y'all. I am from Texas, you know. And everything in Texas is bigger. Now, we're just going to blend this down till it's a nice, smooth consistency. Alright, so now we've got this nice, look at this, beautiful, beautiful caramel sauce. Now we don't want to waste any, so we're just going to take it right off the tamper. Definitely use your tamper when making this with the Vitamix because you've really got to move everything around. Blend-Tec you may not have to. I'm just gonna lay that right there. And we're just gonna take this. So see, this is a nice thick frosting consistency, as you can see. If I was gonna make a caramel sauce, I would put it, I would add a little bit more of the date water. So you can do whatever you want with this. You can even make it thicker if you want. There's so much you can do. Don't limit yourself. So we're just going to pile this on here. We're going to put it, you can put it in the fridge for an hour or in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And everything will just set up really nice. And then you've got these beautiful decadent brownies. Alright, so let's just make this nice and pretty. And then we're going to wipe all the stuff I got on the sides with a paper towel. So that's not there. And we're just going to go ahead and put these in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll cut them up. And you'll just see how beautiful they are. So how about that? So I've got to taste this because you know the proof is in the pudding. It's so rich, so decadent. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The recipes will be in the comments. And don't forget to head on down to Nature's Food Patch on Cleveland Street in Clearwater, Florida, and get all these ingredients to make this amazing meal if you live in the Florida area. But again, they have great organic produce, a great bulk section, and you will just love everybody there. So, I'll see you next time on the next Cooking with Venus, a healthy life made simple.